Yo, 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 it's Cody from Relentless Built Racing, bringing you the build of the channel. All right, let's get an overview of this bad boy, this monster, this monstrosity that we're building over here. All right, without further ado, we're gonna look at our 2000 NB Miata. This is gonna be our K-swapped, turbo K-swapped monster of a build. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff already done to it. We've already inserted the K24 A2 out of an 07 TSX. Approximately 140,000 miles on this motor, not a problem at all. Plan on pushing 500 plus horses out of this bad boy. We're using the K-Power Industries swap kit, formerly known as K-Miata. We're using their subframe, their full kit pretty much. Their subframe, their oil pan, as you can see down here. We also have a lot of goodies. We upgraded the oil pan, and inside that lovely oil pan is the K20 oil pump. That's gonna allow us to rev a little higher, up to 8,500 with no problem whatsoever, giving us that broad power band. As you can see, we've bought a bunch of new components. We're working on the wiring right now. New alternator, new starter, new thermostat housing, all that goodies. We have the intake manifold over there on the shelf that we'll be putting on here as soon as we get everything put back in place. We're working with a Griffin radiator that we're working on putting up into the support here. I gotta build some brackets for it, get it all mounted up, because this is not your ordinary K-swap. This is not at all. This is your turbo build monstrosity. From the drivetrain, from the front to the back, this is a completely different car. Up front, you can see we have the Koenig 15x8 wrapped in NT 05 Nitto wheels. We're using Fortune 500 coilovers for the front and rear. Those are a recycle off of my last build. So those things are gonna be put to good use. As you can see, I've gone through and meticulously started doing what I can. I've redone the upper control arms with brand new ones, polyurethane bushings. Lower ones, I completely stripped down, painted, got the steering rack, took care of all that stuff, made it a manual steering rack. I do plan on going with electronic power steering here shortly, once this build gets complete, but we want to get it up and running, get some miles on this bad boy, get all the bugs worked out, and then we'll continue forward. All right, moving on to the second part of the drivetrain, we're gonna take a peek underneath here. As you can see, we have the V8 Roadsters kit for the BMW ZF. The frame rails are from V8 Roadsters along with the transmission crossover. But we have the K-Power Industries 6-speed kit with a 6-puck clutch along with their drive shaft going all the way back to a Getrag out of a CTS-V. This particular model is a 342 geared and it's out of an 05 STS. 05 STS that we pulled out of the junkyard. Super basic. My buddies did it while I was gone. Cost me 120 bucks. This kit is amazing. It's gonna be able to put down all the power we can throw at it, have no issues whatsoever. All right, moving on to the inside. The brains of the operation are sitting right here. As you see, I have a K Pro 4 ECU that we're gonna be wiring up here coming shortly. I got the whole interior taken out so I could put this new matting in. This is not really for sound deadening whatsoever. It's for heat control. The transmission tunnel right over here cooks your leg in Miatas. If you do not have that proper heat control, man, it's gonna be too hot and it's not worth it. So building this build, I wanted to do it right. I put a bunch of kill mat in here, get it off of Amazon. It's great stuff, very good stuff. As you can see, the shifter is gonna be the 6-speed ZF. Look at that. Beautiful billet. Moving on to the roll bar. This thing is sweet. Blackbird Fabworks GT roll bar. This is the roll bar to have. This thing looks so amazing. As you can see, they do it great work. Moving back here, we're take a look. I'm waiting currently on some bolts for the lower control arm down here so I can finish this up. I ended up messing some of them up when I was taking everything apart. They were rusted in, had to refab everything. As you see these control arms, it's a little dusty right here, but I've completely gone through and redone them, repainted them, getting a couple scuffs because I've been messing with them. Your Fortunato coilovers, the 15x8s. These are the axles. These are DDS stage 1 axles for your Getrag. All right, these things are monsters. They claim to have up to 450 to 500 horsepower easy on those. As you can see, those things are super beefy. I don't think we're gonna have a problem whatsoever with them. This build right here is gonna be my build, my personal build. I put everything in here. I've done all the labor, all the legwork. There's a few things that I wanted to do. Two of the biggest things were I want to build my own exhaust. All right, so I've ordered over here a 3-inch piping kit off of Amazon. Stainless steel, we're gonna be building that out. I still need to get a muffler, so if anybody has a good muffler for a K-Series turbo motor, go ahead and send it my way in the comments. Would love to hear about it. I've recently gotten a welder, a Prime Weld 225. This thing is a monster TIG welder, highly recommended. I'll be getting a welding table. I have a little makeshift welding table on cart right now. I'll be getting a welding table here in the next, upcoming months and make sure that this whole space is looking perfect. Other than that, we're gonna be building our own turbo manifold. I have all the pieces. I'm using Schedule 40 to meet up with this lovely turbo I got from VS Racing. Let me go ahead and take this out real quick. It's a lovely little ball bearing, beautiful turbo. Look at this thing, oh my gosh. Looking to push about 500 horsepower with this lovely boss of a thing. All right, so if you have any questions, comments, please let me know. I'll be working on the wiring here in an upcoming video, finishing up the ECU wiring, getting the entire harnesses with the K24 and the Miata harness put together. And then we're just gonna continue this build until this bad boy is done. Goal is to have this up and running for the summer season. Make sure I have a street monster ready to go in case anybody wants to play around. All right, peace out.